Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is DJ the Bell Buns. I'm back at it again, just touching back bases with you all. Been a couple days. Had a lot going on this weekend. I had like 2 funerals to go to in the family. A lot of stuff going on, this weekend. I was real busy, not far as well, just bonding people out of jail, and also going to wakes, funerals, visiting with family from out of town or whatnot. And yeah, it's been a long weekend. But yeah, just had to come back, talk about what's going on in the news. I'm trying to make a couple videos today. But I'm here to talk about Black and Brown, the Black and Brown Coalition, Black and Brown Pride, Black and Brown communities. The myth of it all. The myth of it all. That's what I'm here to talk about today. Just wanted to, in the light of the LA City Council President, Nury Martinez. You probably heard of her or you haven't, depending on what type of news you watch. Because if you're watching mainstream media like CNN, MSNBC, ABC, you're not going to hear about this. You're not going to hear about it. But basically, you can go check it out for yourself. Google, all you have to do is just Google LA City Councilman and racist. It's going to pop up. It's going to pop up. But here's the deal. You got City Council President. Her name is Nury Martinez, a female. She looks to be in her maybe early 40s, or 40s, between 40s or early 50s. And she's a Democrat because, of course, she's in LA and she's on the city council. So, they're super woke, super blue there. And you got her on city council. Well, they got some audio that was recorded like over a year ago. It's crazy how people always have recorded audio of people. And she's talking to, from what I'm hearing, is 2 other Hispanic members, I want to say, on the LA City Council. And she's making racist remarks about black people on there, or just necessarily saying, from what I was hearing, well, first she started off, it was supposed to be a white gentleman, Dr. the Black Boy, and she was talking to the other people on the phone about the actions of the black boy or how the little black boy is behaving. And she basically said to the extent that the white man was raising the black boy like a little white boy, and he didn't have any control over it and was basically just running wild. And she used a term called, I'm going to butcher this, Parise Changuito, or like in Spanish it says he was acting like a little monkey. So she said in Spanish he was acting like a little monkey, a black boy. This is a Democrat now. This is the fun-loving, Black Lives Matter, Black and Brown Coalition Democrat, Hispanic Democrat for you. Saying the little black boy was acting like a little monkey. Then she also stated in the whole conversation that they were talking about somebody else, I think, on the city council, and she was like, he votes with the black, he's with the black people, he's with the black guys, like making a separation, like, oh, he's with the blacks, like in a derogatory meaning way, like, oh, he's not with us, he's with the blacks. And they had this on tape, and she's talking real greasy like that, you know what I'm saying? So basically said, Martinez, oh, here you go, Martinez also mocked Oxykins and said, Oxykins is another guy, I'm assuming he's on the school board. She said, F that guy, F-U-C-K, F that guy, he's with the blacks. With the blacks. While speaking about Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gasson. So she's saying a little black boy acting like a monkey. This is all in one call. Acting like a little monkey. And then was referring to, I'm assuming this guy's a Hispanic person too, saying he's with the blacks. That sounds like something they will make up that Trump will say, he's with the blacks or something. But I'm discussing this because you've been hearing this push for the last couple of years Black and brown this, black and brown pride, black and brown this, black and brown. They've been pushing it, pumping it, pumping it, pumping it. And let me tell hold on, y'all. That's my wife calling. She in the middle of my video. Let me text her. So, yeah. This myth of black and brown pride. And first of all, let me say, I have nothing against Hispanic people, Mexican people, Puerto Rican people, people from Venezuela, anywhere in South America, from wherever. I don't have any problem with Hispanic people. And I say probably 99% of black people don't either, you know. But we got to get this, we got to get it straight. There's no such thing as black and brown pride. It ain't no black and brown coalition. It's just not. You know, the Hispanic community they do what they do. And we as I don't like to say black, but us, I say foundation of black Americans. They're still using the word black. That's a color, but you know what I'm getting at. We do our own thing too. But I'm going to tell you where this black and brown came from. It came basically from the Democrats and basically white liberals trying to spread like you spreading peanut butter and jelly on a sandwich. They're trying to spread the victimization around to use it as a tool to, one, get your vote, and to, two, raise money. That's basically what it's about. That's the only reason black and brown coalition and black and brown this, and you see black and brown people being discriminated against. They always run with that now. And they want to spread the victimization around so they can make the Hispanic, all the people coming from Mexico and just Hispanic people as a whole, as a minority victim class that they can hustle off of, basically. That's what they're doing it for. Because I'm going to tell you, I heard it was on the Memphis news. They were talking about Memphis, and it's a particular thing called slicing in Memphis. It's like diving. It's a way of diving in Memphis where you basically belly flopping, but you're doing flips and all type of twists, and everything ends like almost in not a belly flop, but a side flop. And they were talking about how it started years ago from underprivileged black and brown communities that didn't have access to swimming pools. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Because I used to swim in Memphis all the time. And this was in the early 90s. Growing up, we swim all the time. There were very few Hispanic people around. There weren't. Like, even where I grew up in like West Memphis. We were average maybe one Hispanic person in a class. One. Two's pushing it. Even until I graduated high school in 98, we may have had in my graduating class probably 300 something people. We might have one or two Hispanic people. We grew up, it was just pretty much black and white. Then you have like one or two Asian people and like one or two Hispanic people. It wasn't no black and brown people being oppressed back then because there wasn't any Mexicans. Even where I'm in the Memphis region, it just wasn't. It wasn't. And there were very few and far between. And if they were, most of them identified like as white. Like they didn't have, like how you see now, like the Mexican pride. You see them with Mexican flags on their truck with with the Mexican names all on their cars and stuff. No, the Hispanic people and basically the Mexicans that were here, they kind of assimilated to the white culture. And that just is what it is. So that black and brown stuff is a myth. And just think about this. Whenever you have a black event go on like a George Floyd or Tamir Rice or any of the number of the high profile incidents where a black person is killed, you don't see the Hispanic groups coming out fighting for black people. You don't. Anything that's harming black people, you don't see them out. And it's not a knock against them. They got to worry about their own people. Just like we supposed to worry about our own self. There's not no knock against them. Or just like with Detroit water, Flint water, not Detroit, excuse me, but Flint water being all jacked up and screwed up. You're not hearing, there's no Hispanic groups coming out fighting for clean water for Flint or anything like that. And like I said, once again, it's not a knock against them. They got their stuff to worry about. But it's the liberal media that's pushing that. Just trying to put us all in one box. But I get how you dispel that myth is if you got a census box or you got a box for just anything random where you're labeling yourself and you have to say black or white and there wasn't no other label, you damn sure probably 99% of the Hispanic people that had to mark whether you're black or white, they damn sure wouldn't mark on there they were black. And that's how you dispel that black and brown myth. You know what I'm saying? And it's good that it happened just to show we're in, and also they want to push like black and brown people as being a monolith. But one thing I can say about this Hispanic community, they already done woke up to the Democrats' little tricks and games and trying to make them a permanent victim class, so they always have a permanent vote. Nah, the Hispanic people ain't even really falling for it like that. They waking up real fast and they're not just voting straight off identity politics and playing that game. You know what I'm saying? They just not. And it's good that this happened to show we don't have any friends, meaning like black people. We don't have any friends. And if you listen to, go find YouTube Dr. John Henry Clark. Dr. John Henrik, JOHNHENRIK, Clark, CLARKE. He said it was a profound statement. He was like, black people, you have no friends. If you want a friend, go look in the mirror. And that's one of the realest things he ever said. We don't have no friends. That's like any race of people or just any group of people. Hispanics, you don't have no friends. You got to look amongst your people and yourself first for help. There's no coalitions. There ain't going to be another group of people that come out and save black people or anything like that. We got to do for self. You know what I'm saying? And this just shows right here with her. And this is like probably how, she just talking. And this is just how she feels. And again, I'm not mad about her. She's talking how she feels. But from what I'm hearing, and she got to resign now because she got caught up in the woke. Like the woke eat its own. And so she made an unforgivable transgression, so now she got to deal with it, and now she got to go and resign because it's over with for her little political career for right now. You never know how well tapped in or what resources she got, or is she real charismatic, where she be able to rebuild her brand and come back stronger, a couple years from now. You never know. But yeah, the Democrats been pushing this black and brown myth forever, and it's no such thing. Even if you go, it's a rapper out here. He made headlines a couple weeks ago when he just basically stated, hey, I'm a rapper, but I don't want to sign to a black label. He don't want to sign to a black label. He want to sign to somebody from his people's label. And only thing I can say, you got to respect it. You can't get mad at that. That's what that man want to do, But yeah, I was just hollering at y'all about that. I know it's like a little that topic that it didn't hit the radar real big, but it's something that needs to be discussed, especially with this black and brown pride stuff. And I really have to credit Tariq Nasheed because he's talked about that a lot and about the myth of a black and brown coalition because he's actually out there in California. He sees what goes on. And he can speak on that a little more because, it's a huge Hispanic population in California. It's like saying water is wet, sky is blue. And he's talked about that before. But just me growing up, and just most black people, we already know that. But on the news, they want to portray that. And they show you videos of people marching. They want to splice in where you see blacks and Mexicans marching together. But it's all a hustle. That's what I really want to tell you. Just like Black Lives Matter, we all know was a hustle just to raise money for the election and for the Democratic election. It's just a Democratic funding tool. That's all it is or was. just to hustle off of, and he used us for victims, and he used us for votes because they did not bring anything tangible to the table. And with Kanye bringing this out, saying all this, and then you got White Lives Matter shirts, then Candace Owens finna drop the documentary. I think that all was a big marketing tool. You know, I spoke about them earlier videos. It was a big marketing tool. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. Hey, a person like me I keep up with politics a lot. I knew Black Lives Matter was a scam, like almost from when it started. I already knew, they hustling for the election. I already knew it. They hustling. They hustling for the election. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get that paper, and they getting money. They get the money donate to Black Lives Matter. Then they were getting it funneled through Act Blue to get the money to the party. They weren't thinking about black people, and cause I forgot how much money they made, but you could have pretty much ended police brutality. Cause I forgot how much. Let me see right quick. Let me go. Cause boy, hold on right quick. Let me just see right quick. How much money did black? Right. Had it written. In 2020, BLM raised $90 million. They raised $90 million. I had did the numbers and they could have hired. They could have just used half of that. They could have used $45 million and focused on hiring black cops to police black communities, and basically said we'll give signing bonuses of, I forgot how much, but it was a nice amount, like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, or probably more than that, to hire cops in all these areas where you're saying white police are racist and are discriminating and shooting our people. They could have used $45 million of that money just to train and hire black cops to police black neighborhoods. Now police brutality is solved. You got the job done, because as long as a black police officer kills another black person, it's not a problem. You know. And to Black Lives Matter, we already know that Black Lives only matter when a white person or a white police officer takes it. You know. Shout out to David Carroll on that. And y'all could still have $45 million to trick off and to donate to all the little LGBT groups. Y'all could have donated and bought all your houses and everything still and hustled, and you could have solved the problem. Y'all had $90 million. You could have took 45 and gave signing bonuses to all black cops in certain label neighborhoods. Had the job done. But I'm gonna get back with y'all a little later on. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out.